Okay. I know I told you I was going to teach you the third conditional, so I'm going to teach you the third conditional. It's advanced. Like a lot of English speakers probably know this. My husband was like, "What's a conditional?" He doesn't even know. Okay? So, I want you to know it. Maybe you can hear it. We'll do a few examples, but I'm not super concerned if you don't fully understand it, especially since I'm not in a classroom with you and you can't ask me questions. I'm not too worried if you don't understand this one, okay? Because the past participle, this one uses several different tenses and it combines them. And so if you don't know the tenses that make up the parts of the whole of the third conditional, then it's going to be confusing. But just listen. Maybe you'll understand a little. And if you have questions, we can talk about them next year. I'm not worried about this. We don't use this very often. Okay, so third conditional. This is about things that happened in the past and now we can't change them, but we're thinking like, what if this was different? What if this had changed? What if this situation was different in the past? We can't change it. It's not something we can do. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, so it's impossible for us to go back and change it. But we're just thinking, okay, what would have happened? All right. So for your if statement, the verb is gonna be in the past perfect. Okay, I don't know if you've learned past perfect, but it's just this. It's had. Everyone uses had. She had, I had, we had. And then you add the past participle. So the past participle for most verbs, for most regular verbs, look, is just like the past. So accept, yesterday I accepted, the past participle would also be accepted. So if I had, this one is negative, so I put the not in there. If I had not accepted the job, so I'm talking about my Richardson ISD job. If I had not accepted the job, I did accept it, right? I can't go back 3 years ago and change that decision. I already made the decision, it's finished. But now I'm thinking, it's like a dream. If I had not accepted the job, so then the result is would, have, and then the past participle again. Okay, so I would have continued. Here's the past participle continued to look for a job. I would have continued to look for a job. Okay, I have another one. Before I met my husband, I was engaged to another man. It's not very dramatic. We had broken up before I met Alex, but I was almost married to a different man than my current husband. Okay, so let's do that. Let's play that out. Okay, so if I had the past participle for marry is married, just like the past tense. If I had married Josh, my husband's name is Alex. Okay, so this is a different man. So I'm thinking in the past, if I made a different decision, if I had married Josh, I would have moved to Europe. Okay, so Josh, this guy, he lives in Europe now. So if I had married Josh, I would have moved. Would have moved. Okay, would have moved to Europe. So that's the conditional. Again, I'm not super concerned if you understand it all the way or not, or if you can create one on your own. It's very difficult. I was taking classes like this in Spanish in college. I took a college Spanish grammar class where we had to learn things like this, and I hated it. And you're not in college, so it's okay if you don't understand it, but I want you to hear it, okay? So I'm going to do a few examples with you. And then we will have some activities that you can practice. If you don't want to, it's fine. You will not hurt my feelings. But this is the third conditional. All right, so here's some examples of the third conditional. All right, so what would have happened if dinosaurs had not become extinct? So if dinosaurs, right, they died. Dinosaurs died a long time ago. But what would have happened if dinosaurs had not become extinct? In fact, let's do this, my friends. I'm gonna type an answer for us so that we can see an example. Okay, so we're gonna do the third conditional. So here we go. If dinosaurs had not become extinct, then let's see, we would have, let's see, we could say humans would have died. Say that. So if dinosaurs had not become extinct, the humans would have died. Okay, let's see. What if, let's do this one. What if the wheel had not been invented? Let's see. Insert text box. Okay, what would have happened if the wheel had not been invented? So let's do this. If the wheel had not been invented, so had is past, right? We had, and then our past participle here is been. So if the wheel had not been invented, then we would have walked more, right? We would have walked more or something. I don't know. What would have happened if the wheel had not been invented? Then we would have, I don't know, been eaten by the dinosaurs. Okay, so we could say that. Let's say that. If the wheel had not been invented, then we would have been eaten by the dinosaurs. All right, we would have been eaten by the dinosaurs. Let's find another one. Ooh, okay, what would have happened if electricity had not been discovered? All right, what would have happened if electricity had not been discovered? So I'm going to put this. If electricity had not been discovered, then we would have used lots of candles. And we would have used lots of candles. Right? We would have used. So this is a past participle of use. We would have used lots of candles. All right, so there's a few examples. I can send you another video about the third conditional that's probably better. Again, I'm not too worried if you don't understand this. It's okay. It's a very difficult grammar concept. It's a very difficult tense. If you can practice the 0, first, and second conditionals, then that would be fantastic. Because we do use the 0, the first, and the second conditionals often. And so those would be good for you to know. The third conditional, I don't know. You can learn it later. It's fine. I'm glad you have an introduction to it today, but I am not worried if you do not understand it because it's hard and it's hard to teach it over a computer. So anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. I will send you some extra stuff if you want to learn more about the third conditional. But if not, then have a good weekend and I will see you on Monday.